Listen, if you've ever felt below average, I want you to hear me clearly. There is nothing wrong with you. You are not broken. You are not a mistake. And you are not less of a man because of the numbers you obsess over. In fact, the reason you feel this way has almost nothing to do with your body, and almost everything to do with the world you grew up in. So, for the next few minutes, I want you to relax, breathe, and let me explain the truth nobody has ever said to you directly. Most men don't feel insecure because they are below average. They feel insecure because they've been trained to believe they are. Everywhere you look, someone is telling you what a real man should look like. How tall, how big, how strong, how perfect. But nobody told you that most of these standards are lies. You're comparing yourself to edited, filtered, curated illusions. The men you compare yourself to online, they don't even look like that in real life. Lighting, angles, editing, surgery, enhancements, selective pictures, and you compare your raw, honest self to their polished, manufactured version. Of course you feel smaller. Of course you feel not enough. Anyone would. You've been fed statistics that were never meant to define you. You've seen the charts, the numbers, height averages, size averages, body measurements, percentiles, rankings. But here's the truth. Most of those stats come from tiny samples, biased surveys, and unreliable sources. They were never scientific. They were never universal. They were never meant to measure your worth. Yet they do, because no one told you that numbers don't define masculinity. Character does. Presence does. The way you carry yourself does. You live in a world that profits off your insecurity. The more insecure you feel, and the more products you buy, the more content you watch, the more desperate you become to fix yourself. But hear me, you are not a problem to be fixed. You are a human being who has been made to feel inadequate for things you should have never worried about in the first place. So here are some actionable steps, not to improve you, but to help you see what's already there. I'm not here to tell you how to become someone else. I'm here to help you become the version of yourself you forgot you were. 1. Stop fighting your body. Start understanding it. You don't need to be taller, bigger, wider, or anything to be worthy. But you can improve your presence. And presence has nothing to do with height. It comes from posture, breath, and stillness. A man who stands with quiet confidence commands more respect than a taller man who shrinks himself. 2. Compare yourself to you, not the internet. Your competition is simple. The man you were last month. The man you were last year. The man who doubted himself yesterday. Grow 1% daily, not for approval, but for pride. 3. Detox your digital environment. If a page makes you feel inferior, unfollow it. If a creator triggers your insecurities, mute them. If a trend makes you feel less of a man, delete it from your world. Your peace matters more than any algorithm. 4. Build a routine that makes your body feel like it belongs to you again. Stretch, hydrate, move your body, clean your space, sleep. Create simple discipline. When you take care of yourself, insecurity loses its grip. You stop seeing yourself as below average and start seeing yourself as improving. 5. Understand this truth. The things you obsess over are not the things people love you for. Women don't fall in love with measurements. They fall in love with presence, with stability, with humor, with kindness, with grounded confidence. With the man who looks at himself and says, I may not be perfect, but I'm enough. Hear this. You are not behind. You are not inadequate. You are not defined by numbers. You are not below average. You've simply been comparing your real, unfiltered humanity to unrealistic expectations in a world that profits from your insecurity. But the moment you understand this, the moment you stop letting the internet measure you, you rise, you breathe differently, you stand differently, you see yourself differently, because you finally understand the truth. You were never the problem. The comparison was. And once you break free from that, you realize you were never below average. You were always more than enough.